Yo, bartender.
Bar's closed.
Hey, yo, bartender, what's good, man? Let me get a drink, man. Let me get a shot.
Hey, man, I know you just pulled up to the bar, but we closed.
Come on, man. You gotta be able to give me a shot, man. Come on.
You look like you need a drink, man, but I hate to tell you this, man. We about to close.
So you need to tell me all these people out here, they got drinks and they got shots, but I can't get nothing. The bar closed that soon?
Okay, man, I don't know what else to say. I got this shorty half my age at the crib, and I'm trying to get to it. But last call was 10 minutes ago.
You know what? It's alright. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna get you one drink, cause it look like you need
one drink. I can do one drink. I can do one drink, cause I really yeah.
Hey, man, anything, man. Look like you got a lot on your mind and you need a friend right now. Pour it on me. Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Okay.
Welcome.
One of the things we want to brought to you by is Dispose LLC. This is a company I told you about before, and I'm going to tell you about it's doing great things. It's been doing great things down south. We're trying to make it go a little bit further. So one of the things I want to tell you is to give us the opportunity and the chance. One of the reasons is because I'm there and I believe in customer service. Some of the things I feel like has been failing in the past, I want to change in the future. So give us opportunity and I can show you a different way. That's right, at Dispose LLC. Now, this man that came up with Minecraft, the man that's been doing great things, comes in this bad boy each and every time with a smile. Craftmatic, how you doing tonight, big baby?
I'm doing good, Smooth J. Everything's lovely, bro.
Man, I like that, man. I like the fact that you keep it lovely, you keep it inspiring, and man, all the things that you're doing, man. Like you always say, man, I'm proud of you. Me, I'm actually proud of you as well.
I appreciate that, Jay. I go hard, man.
And you need to.
I go hard in the paint.
Man,
I have very little time for nonsense.
Good about how I go hard.
Yeah.
You know, because now I see somebody else. You know, I got Booby in the studio with me. He go hard.
Yeah.
You know, I got my girls in the studio. Everybody got their own way, but what really make me feel good is when they achieve a lot of goals that they set for.
Yeah.
That makes me know I got to go hard.
Yeah.
You know, because I achieve some. I don't get them all right away.
Right.
But I think God is on my hand saying, yeah, you ain't ready for all that. You weren't ready for all that. So he's giving it to me in steps, and I got to learn my patience.
There you go. A great way to introduce our show. This is Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
Yes.
And Jay, you want to introduce our guest tonight?
Now, I tell y'all what, for all y'all just be like, ooh, who is this? Don't worry about that. This is my daughter. I got one on the couch. I got one sitting right next to me. This is Jazz sitting next to me. So when y'all hear something crazy, she get it from me. Jazz is the one. Jazz, say hello.
Hello, y'all.
And yes, that's my daughter. So and all y'all DM and talking about who all listen. That's my daughter. Don't get me getting gangster. Not today, not tomorrow. Pam ain't even showing herself. I'm loving it because they all say the same thing, and they got a brother. They got two. Keep playing.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies.
Wait.
And
you just see her face like just 1 second come in and come back out.
Yeah, she'll make it her way in here. Let's finish the introduction here real quick. So we want to thank you folks for being here with us tonight, and just our opportunities to be leaders here in our own community. You know, we're going to have a meaningful dialogue here tonight, and we want you to learn and to grow from it. We want you to be inspired by it, to do something different, to maybe say something different, to behave a different way. Let this be a little therapeutic. You know, if you're going to spend the time, get something out of it. We are most certainly hoping that you get something out of it. So thank you for being here with us tonight. And of course, we always start the show off with a prayer.
Yeah, hit him over the head, Craft.
Well, let me preface the prayer with our topic for tonight.
Okay.
We're going to talk about when a person say they do not need you. How do you interpret that? When a person say they don't need you, how do you interpret that? And so we just ask the Lord, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for all that you are in our lives, your power and your strength and your courage and love. We just thank you for being who you are in our lives. We ask, Heavenly Father, that you would inspire us tonight with wisdom and intelligence and right understanding and a knowledge that gives us the whole truth and nothing but the truth. We're expecting, Lord, that you would change us in some way tonight. Let us be inspired to actually change and to be a different person by the end of this show. Let us make concrete decisions. Let our mind be filled with decisiveness about the direction that we're going to take as a result of this marvelous conversation. We thank you, Lord, for this studio, all the guests, and this wonderful dialogue we're about to have. We ask that you would bless it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Ooh-wee.
Amen.
All right.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Well, I love to pray, Jay.
Man, I see that. You know how I know you love it?
Oh, yeah.
How it comes out. Oh, man. He let it flow through you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Boy,
sir.
yes, he does. Yes, he does. And I want to encourage all of you to pray.
Yes.
This is not just something that works for a few people. It works for everybody. And if you were to break it down just for a moment, if you were to break prayer down, what are we doing? We are asking for something. We're requesting something. We're demanding something. We are giving thanks for something.
Say it.
Right? And you don't have to be in prayer mode to do that. Now we enter the field of consciousness where our thoughts create our reality. You should be constantly thinking of the thing that you desire. You should be constantly describing it. Your words should create a picture, a very vivid picture of the thing you desire. You should know what it's going to look like on the front side, on the back side. If it's turned upside down, you should know how it's going to be built. You should know how many people you want involved, what colors you want to be involved. You need to begin to image your life, because the image of your life is going to create a draft or create an opportunity for you to drift in that direction. Right. Man becomes what he thinks about all day, every day. And so I'm encouraging you to not only pray, which means give your desires to a heavenly divine being, but be conscious of your life. Know who you are. Know what you want. Choose good life. Choose positivity. Choose health. Choose love. Choose the goodness in life, because sometimes our minds are like so caught up in webs of gossip and trouble and problems and all of this stuff. We rarely find ourselves having the ability to just kind of get our head out from all of that cloudy and all that dark dust,
right?
Just to see we're here and just to see that we're moving and going somewhere.
Say it.
So if you're positive about life, then you will diminish all of that negativity and having to even deal with it. Because I think vision is the essence of life. That which you envision is that which you will become. And that is just the way life works. Right?
Yes, correct.
Now, let's dive into this conversation. When a person say they don't need you anymore, how do you interpret that?
Oh, that's easy for me. When I first hear it, it's like, I don't need you. I want you. Like, I don't need you. Like, I need air.
Right. I don't need you.
Yeah, I want you. I choose you to be in my life.
Okay.
You're
now
chosen. I'm picking you. You are the one for me.
Yeah. Now,
like, I don't need you, because
let's
that's just how I look at it.
Let's just use that for a moment. I'd really like that, right? Because I think that's going to be the core.
That's the younger daughter that didn't get on scene
of our discussion tonight. That if you tell me, I know you, I love you. Perhaps you're my friend, my confidant, my coworker.
Right.
You tell me, I don't need you. I want you, but I don't need you. How does that make you feel?
Like a blessing.
Like a blessing?
Okay. Give us a more description on that blessing.
Well, what it says to me a little bit, and I understand the concept, it says that you're expendable. It says that, you know what, I can get rid of you because I don't need you. I could get rid of you. What it basically says is you know what I'm saying? You suspect on this territory. I might have to cast you. I don't need you. You here because I want you here. You ain't here because you got great skills. You ain't here because I'm dedicated to love and loyalty. You ain't here because we're friends. You ain't here because I saved your mama's life. You ain't here because I can help you get that job. You ain't here. No. You're only here because I want you here. And if I don't want you here no more,
You won't be here.
you won't be here. That's what that statement ultimately says, no matter how you break it down. If you just said that to somebody and walked away, the only thing they would say is, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here because you like me, right? Because I'm not important enough. I don't bring enough value, perhaps. I'm expendable. That can make you feel kind of rough,
It can.
right?
That's one way to look at
That's
it.
One
one
way.
way. That's one way.
Because
Yeah, there's many ways. There's 100 ways,
What way you looking at
but
it, Jazz?
but if you told me that, if my boss told me, so I don't need you, you replaceable. That's basically what he's saying. You replaceable, but I got you here because we friends, we go back a long way type. There's some other reasons, right? It's not the fact that you bring enough value to be here. Because if you have a business partner and you said that to them, what you're basically doing is disclaiming their gift, disclaiming their talent, disclaiming that they bring some salesmanship or some marketing, or they know the technical side of the business. You're saying that, hey, you know what I'm saying? I can replace you. But that may not be a bad thing. And that, again, is only one perspective. What would you say to that, Pam?
For me, it sounds like this competition. Like, I want you to be better at what you're doing. Like, be better at it. So that's a want, a drive. You need to look into that. But you got to want to be better, right? You don't need to be better for somebody else. You got to do it for yourself. So you have to want that for yourself.
Okay.
And I like that
Okay.
because, again, some
Okay.
people will drive to get more out of you. But if you don't see it, what they're driving you to might not be what you want. Because, again, he already stated he don't need you. Now, to me, it's going to be hard to get the best out of me, tell me you don't need me. If my business
Right.
partner told me, I know I got you into this and I know we started this, but, I really didn't need you. I'm going to sit there and say I'm going to be somewhat offended.
I could have did that on my own.
Because when you saying you could have did it on your own, I already know my worth. I don't give a damn what you feel you need.
Right.
I know what I bring.
Right.
So while you over there talking, and you can spin it around and say all I need is God, and I will almost venture with you because I know that's a guiding spirit that I use all the time. But don't use his name in vain to me, telling what you don't need. You telling me that's all you do need when I already know you need a lot more because he used you as a vessel. So now you feel like you better than everybody else. You like half these preachers out here. Don't play with me because I love him too. So when you start doing this, now I'm gonna have to this little distance from myself because I'm gonna show you what you feel you don't need. You will see, because when at the end of the day, who you calling?
And
When things that you thought was gonna make it without me,
yeah.
you still need me. So then you might have to change your wording, but it ain't gonna be me changing either. I know what I have to do,
Right.
and that's why you got to be the best you.
And
Before I hear a need of something,
Yeah.
I also know there's wants, and I also know what I need. I need God. I need air. I need things that's gonna motivate me, for I can continue wanting and need more things myself because I need food.
And
There's
listen,
certain things I need, and there's certain
we-
things I want, but don't get them confused.
we
Because I think
all-
people do.
need something.
True.
Right. And we may not need the person who's here, the employee. We may not need the spouse.
Okay.
But to tell them that is going to create distance. And you said it. I got this from you, Jay. You just said it. You said I had to create distance from him because now I'm unsure of his loyalty.
Yeah.
Right. His loyalty is not based on my talents. Then his loyalty is only based on our friendship. Right. So now I have to assess that.
Mhm.
Right. It's and listen to this.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
know what kind of scenario has to be brought up
What's that?
before one shares with another, for one actually tells somebody, I don't need you. It sounds like it has to get to a point of fire and desire. You know what I mean? Like it's got to get to a tension point before somebody would even say that. Right.
Mhm.
Maybe you feel like you entitled and they're saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? You only here because I need you. You don't act like you bigger than you are. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? I can replace you. And we've heard that
Yes, we have.
many a times coming from women, and toward the man, like, what I'm saying, I can get another dude. I can replace you quick. And if you ever told your man that, immediately he would start to think, well, yeah, shit, and you just might. and I might need to be cautious of that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you told me that you don't need me means that you're already at a point of upset that you will have to convey to me that I'm not as important as I might think I am. Right? Everybody hear what's going on now?
I disagree.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
What we got?
I mean, y'all just keep going negative. Think positive. Ain't that what you just?
Oh,
Well, the
what-
question's kind of negative. I don't
Yeah.
need you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Let's think positive. What you got?
Okay, think positive.
For me, when I just heard that, when you just said that, it was like, but if that person is being real needy, it's like, hey, yo, chill. I don't need you. Stop, just relax. Like, if I had to say that I don't need you,
Right.
like, you're being too needy. I need you to fall back.
And-
Like,
but
you
here's-
may want me to do something,
Yeah.
but you don't always need me to constantly do this. So let me tell you this.
Right.
So you
I
know,
like
But
it.
here-
I want you. You want me to do these things for you, but I don't need to do these things for you.
Right. But you would only say that when you reach a point of contention. Right. There would be no other reason to say that. You're not just gonna walk up and say, I don't need you. You're gonna have to get frustrated to a certain point where they're infringing upon, right? I mean, what other reason would you say it? There's
No,
no,
because
what,
in the dating world, people say that all the time. I don't need you. I want you.
right.
So
Yeah.
you don't take it offense. You be like, yeah, you want me, but how bad?
Yeah. That's
That's
early
how
in the
you
game.
just
Say that a year into the relationship and see what happens.
Because now y'all reevaluate.
Yeah, be real about it.
That's
Say it
what
a
she
year.
said, reevaluation.
Yeah.
You gotta do that too sometimes. Because people get too comfortable.
There
I need
you
to
go.
shake you about that comfortability.
Okay.
Now, see,
So
that's what
now
I like.
I'm using the language to mash on you. I'm like if you're going to say that to somebody, think about it. If you're going to say that to somebody, you really kind of checking them a little bit, right? You really kind of you just suggested it that, hey, you know what I'm saying? You getting a little too comfortable. I got to let you know that, hey, you gonna keep your game tight or you're not gonna keep your game tight.
Mhm.
And in some instances,
Right.
as women who single and independent, we ain't used to all that helping and all that. So you putting a little bit too much on me. Slow your roll.
Right.
Slow your roll.
My point exactly. You're not going to ever say that
Thank
until
you, baby girl.
you're
Thank
not
you,
going to
thank you,
ever
thank
say
you.
that. In both of your scenarios, you got to a point of contention where you're like, okay, I need to say something to this person, right?
Mhm.
That's-
Give me
that's-
PTSD, but slow this bus down.
Exactly. Because you infringing upon my space, right? Is that why you would say it? Like you slow down, it means that you're going too fast, you're asking for too much too early, you're trying to get too much out the game. You gotta, is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily, because I don't know what direction you're trying to take things in. So I'm trying to see what you're trying to see.
Okay.
But you ain't letting
He
me
moved-
see. You just telling me to follow you, and I'm not a follow. I'm a
Okay.
leader.
Okay. He
So we
moving
gotta-
too fast.
Yeah, you gotta let me get up there with you. Let me see.
And that's fair.
how I look at it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
Because again, all people can't lead. And one thing is, my girls know I ain't have to teach them. They just got it. And when I say they got it, I think they just got it from God Himself. Because you can tell them, but they're gonna say, make it make sense.
Yes.
You can tell them anything you want. They ain't gonna call their daddy. They're gonna look at you and tell you, make it make sense. Because what you just said didn't make no sense. They ain't fact checking nothing more than they have to. Because they got enough common sense to know you don't got none. And you can't leave with no common sense. So you can't just come in there and just think you're gonna dictate them and they gonna do this because this is what women do. Hell, they got men thoughts and women thoughts because they know what they daddy think. So they know, well, hey, if that don't, my daddy wouldn't even do that. That makes no sense. And then you want me to do this, and it make no sense for me to do that. So what I normally get the conversation later is I let him go, daddy. Why? Because he ain't made no sense. I don't have to argue with nothing. I'll be like, I'm gonna sit back. And if they choose something different, they already think it out. So they don't sit there with a need. Most of theirs is really a want to be happy, a want to be complete, but a need of life. And you won't bring it, they would choose something different. Guess what? They don't call me. They do. That's why I love them. I just like hearing the conversation because they already inspiring, but they got a lot of stuff together that's just right. And that's what I like. A lot of people have to go to somebody for opinions, thoughts, and everything else. And theirs is, does it make sense? everything they do ain't gonna always add up to what I would choose. It's not me. It's not my life. I love the fact they got their own. I seen my daughter's truck for the first time. She told me about it when she was buying it. Never seen it till now. Think she made a beautiful buy. Sexy truck. Almost forgot that's the truck she was talking about.
Right.
Because she never sent me a picture. It's not my approval they need. They just need me to know I got them. They improve my vision by their thoughts.
Yeah.
And their things that they got. She got that. I was like, oh, that's something I would buy. That's sexy. I ain't never pointed it out. Never told her that'd be a truck that I would buy. Baby girl, same thing. She bought a truck and she got stuff in it to help you lane assist and stuff. My retarded self, I need all that. My truck should have had that lane assist, self-drive. You're getting too close, back up. Because, I get tired. It's amazing how technology is getting. But when it comes to this, I don't need you. I want all that in my truck. That's a want. When I bought it, I thought I had everything that I needed. So again, I was wrong. Because a lot of times you're using words and they don't always fit. And that's why I say watch them, because sometimes we use them loosely. Especially when you're talking to another person and you're telling them, I don't need you. It can be looked at as negative, and it can be a mash on to increase. But the bottom line, it could be something that make a person want to just leave your ass. Because I'm that person that after doing so much for you and then hearing I ain't never needed you no way, it's kind of hard for me to look at you the same too, because I don't just cut you off. Your words can cut me off. Because my whole thing is, if I done a lot for you, then you feel like I ain't never needed you anyway. I could have did all this on my own. I'm not show me stay, bro. Yeah. I tell you what, I step back and I ain't got to do a damn thing.
Right.
And then when life got you and you come for me, I'll still be there for you. But your words will still linger with me.
And that's one of the major points I wanted to say here is that when you say that to somebody, and I was thinking about it before the show, like the times that you would say that to somebody, you really are trying to set a precedent.
Correct.
You are attempting to make a statement that only this moment can produce that fruit, that you need. Like, hey, I really got to check you. I really got to let you know what's going on. Right. Now, how does it feel when someone says they need you?
Ooh,
that's scary. You need me for what?
Don't go negative. No, don't you go negative now. No, we done had enough of that. I'm trying to go to the positive.
Hold on, Jazz, he's right.
Yes, you did.
You don't. Daddy got you. I'm with her. Listen, when I hear I need you, that normally means you need something I have, which is my money. Now, and I'm being honest, because when I hear that, that's what hits me.
That's good.
Because I hit it. You'll never get, I really need you. When I hear that, I cringe and my wallet suck up in my butt. Like, don't you let go. No. Because it's always, you will never guess what. So now I got a sad story for something I ain't even want to do. So let's just
I'm trying to go positive here.
We're gonna go positive, but we're gonna go with your first impression.
Your first impression is like, hey man, I need your help. What you need, man?
And then you gotta hear it. Oh, what? But like I said, even with the need, the positive thing is when somebody said they need something from you, and you be like, okay, I got you. The most positive thing when they say, this is how I'm gonna give it back, and they give it back how they gonna give it, because you be like, you know something, I got you, and that's what makes it good. When somebody come to you, makes you feel good, because the fact that they never go to nobody, never, and then just for them to come to you makes you know that they see you differently, because they could have gone anywhere else. They came to you. So I ain't gonna lie, sometimes they do make me feel good, because certain people I want. My daughters, I always want them to kind of come to me, but I always want them to be somewhat independent. But when it comes to certain things, I would rather them come to me than put themselves in a position where they got to deal with a person that they know don't love them, don't care for them, ain't gonna be for them.
That's right.
Because now they give a control to a person that I have to hear about later. And then the first thing they're gonna say is, well, you gave up on me, so I had to go where I had to. And it's never, I never gave up on you. I just can't do everything for you if you have him in your life. You announce that is that man. I have to step back and realize I trust you enough that I want you to be happy. But I ain't never forsaken you and saying I would never do anything for you, because that's the craziest thing we can do, because I'm not gonna let him take over my baby. Because one thing my girls know, if they go crazy on a man, as long as they bring her back to me, how they found her, I ain't got nothing to hurt or say about him. You hurt my baby. Now, me, you, and your family gonna have a damn problem. And all I got to say is a simple thing. Return the sender how you picked that sender up. You loved her, you wanted her, you take her, she got crazy, you don't want her no more. Bring her back to me whole. I promise you I'm good. I'm not going after nobody to tell me she was too much for me. I understand. They're a lot for me. I love them, but I understand it. Me and him have a good talk. We can have a drink, but you getting out after that. You ain't gonna return anything. We gonna be friends. No, you got to go. But you bringing my babies back whole. I'm good. I can live with that because everybody's not somewhat compatible. And I hate to use that word compatible because no one's really just compatible. Everybody's not just compatible. We're all different. They use that in divorce. I hate that. You got to struggle through some things. But no, it's easy when it's not compatible no more. No, that's just because your sorry ass gave up. You need to stop just giving up and understand what you got in front of you. Some things worth working hard for.
That's so good, Jay. That's such a rich dialogue you just had. Think about it like this, man. I mean, how are we supposed to treat love? You know, like love kind of puts you in a position to really need this person in your life. And you never would want them to think that you don't need them. Mm-hmm. You would never want to convey to them that they're not needed in your life. This is beyond things and stuff. You know, we're talking about love and relationship right now. We're talking about the heart.
Can I give you one about love?
Go ahead.
When you get married, ain't in the contract nowhere. We're talking about contractual with government and then the contract with God of love. I mean, of marriage. Love ain't in it. We keep putting it in something where it's not. It's not. Look at any contractual agreement and love is not there. Love is your feelings and your emotions.
Right.
But if you understand the contractual agreement that you're signing into, love ain't in there for a reason. They already know that right there
ain't gonna work.
I was just about to say.
So that's why I said you gotta watch it. Now I'm gonna throw
not enough.
I'm gonna throw another equation in there. A reason why a lot of marriages fail is because you looking at marriage as a well put picture together, and this person is going to complete a picture that's in your head. That's the saddest untruth ever. Okay, marriage is about giving up that picture that you got in your head and start building one with one. That's you and him. Y'all are building it. So now it's an outer border. It is no more what you picture. It is you making a new picture.
But
that is one.
But listen,
that's a love of marriage. That's gonna be a love of marriage.
A little 12-year-old, 13-year-old girl aspires to meet Mr. Right and fall in love and have a white picket fence and live happily ever after. Are you suggesting that once you get married, you got to throw the vision of the white picket fence away?
Yeah.
That means the whole thing is a fallacy.
Because I might been on a big old yacht that has no fence around. I'm in the water. It might be because of the fact that I'm on a big old castle. Ain't got to have a fence around. You had a preliminary thought of what it should be. And my whole thing is sometimes when you understand marriage, I'm saying marriage over this love shit.
Yeah.
Your love thought had you that way.
Yeah.
Marriage, and when you fall in love with marriage and understand this, you two coming to one, how you going to have your one vision when it's you and him? Y'all have to build this together.
But the one vision is of you and him. The one vision is of the two.
No, how it can be of y'all two when it was just you. You ain't just thinking of him. You had a picture before him. I'm saying you're trying to make the picture in your head be the picture with him. So now that same picture is what you trying to make y'all marriage and everything's about. It changes because now you are becoming one. Your picture changed because now y'all got to be considerate of both thoughts of what it should be. It's not. Marriage is just about making it convenient for me. I heard a woman say, when you marry me, you're going to buy this house I want.
But quick question.
What's that?
Because you was going to, I'm going to lose my thought.
Go ahead. Oh, that's all right.
And
I
was thinking, your picture might be small.
Ooh.
And my picture might be big. So we're going to go with the bigger picture because the bigger picture overall is better than a small one. Gotta go big. Why go small? Why we attempting small things?
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. How about that? I like that one. So since you want a bigger picture, I'm gonna start it bigger. It's from you. You feel me? But we have to do this because his small picture gonna still try to derive because that's in his mentality. That's what his thoughts was. Then you get to understand, can y'all really do this together or not? And again, this is the problem when people come together. They put love and they ain't putting understanding. You just said it. I have a big picture. He have a small picture, but y'all love each other. Y'all want to get married. But y'all don't even see shit the same. But you want things to be better.
Say this. Your small picture gonna count though. It's gonna count, but it's gonna count inside the big picture. I'm gonna blow up what you bring it, so you can see it better. Because you was thinking small. We thinking big.
Okay.
So
now,
go big.
now, watch this. Now, watch this. Right. Here's a husband and a wife, and we're talking about needing each other tonight. Right. This is what I'm talking about. We're talking about needing each other, even in this, what I'm about to say. Got a husband and a wife here, and she's loyal. She's a hard worker. She's a team player. She's a homemaker and a good wife, and she's care for his emotions, and she takes care of his things and stuff, and she takes care of her. She loves him, right? But he is a breadwinner. He go out and he put the dollars in the house, right? And so he putting these dollars in the house. All of a sudden, the family becomes prosperous, right? At any point in that equation, his ego could strike him and say, I don't need her to do this. I could go and make this money and have this lifestyle all by myself. But in the equation somewhere, he's got to realize that his backbone is strong because of her. He's got to realize that she is a part of the fabric of the strength of his bridges.
Right.
And if he doesn't realize that in a short period of time, he's going to lose her spirit, because he's probably not going to treat her right. He's not going to treat her like an equal. He's not going to treat her. He's not going to treat her with the money and all that good stuff. He's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't earning. I know you only make, $40,000 a year, but I want you to pay half the bills. You still going to pay half the bills with your 40 grand. And I make 300,000 a year. And so we're going to split the bills. And so automatically right there, in that behavior, he's suggesting that, hey, I really don't need you. You know what I'm saying? I can cut you off at any moment. I think that's a mistake. I think that he has to in some way make her feel needed, regardless of what he thinks, because she really is a part of the fabric. He just might not be able to see how her truth is impacted.
He was looking at the small picture.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she have to pay her way? Because at the end of the day,
Boo.
At the end of the day, if she leave the way everything is set up, she gets everything anyway. So why wouldn't she have to pay her way? Ain't nothing free. Ain't no free rides in life.
But she would have to pay her way. But watch this over time, and I'm watching this happen in a young family, that he's on his third new car, and she's still driving the same old car. And she working just as hard as he working, but his work produces a little more fruit. And so now he not gonna keep his wife in a brand new whip. You know what I'm saying? A brand new 3-year lease. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he do that? I understand that she needs to be paying her way, but there's a part of the relationship where, you know what I'm saying, all my fruits are yours, baby. That's how the old school used to think about it.
I was about to say, wait.
The new school don't think about it like that.
Ain't she paying her way if she was supporting all that stuff? How did she?
Well, listen. If I make
respect, I'm waking up, making sure you get to work, you feel good, you waking up with a smile. That's me paying right there, because you wasn't doing that by yourself. You couldn't do much.
He don't value that.
See, but he don't value that.
He don't value that. And there's a lot of men who don't value that.
Exactly. When you go to the other side, who they keep coming back to? Who you want to spend a block on? I got to come back. What you
yeah.
Oh, go get that from somebody else.
That's good, because there's a lot of men.
This block.
There's a lot of men who won't value a woman's caretaking of the household. And women do an extreme amount in a household. You can't have a woman in a house and she's not gonna do something. Even the lazy women do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Now
but yeah,
see, but
absolutely.
If you doing stuff like that,
but see, yeah. So he's saying
he
partaking in.
Don't partake in the house.
Yeah.
They be like, I'm just gonna pay for the bills. You got this, but then talk about where the bread is.
Yeah,
I have to tell you,
go ahead.
Sadly, my girls I know hold it down, and I know they keep things clean better than the boys. But I will tell you, I've met some girls that don't. They do not.
I have too, Jay.
They barely can cook.
I have too, Jay.
They complain more than anything. They want more than what they can do. If they cook water, it'll be burnt. And I ain't even know how you burn water. But they'll find a way to burn it because it'll evaporate and burn the pot.
Is
So
that
I'm telling you,
is that a
everybody don't have skills.
That's not as okay.
I wouldn't say
Everybody ain't got skills. We know
Everybody-
that.
you're
We
right,
know
but a
that.
lot
But
of
is she
times those women-
trying?
Huh?
They only supposed to be model.
But
They only good for your image.
Well,
That's what they.
and I agree, but you don't always know what they're capable of doing, and that's their loss of not knowing. Because
listen.
once you know a good woman that can do all these things, just like you said, spend the bot to lose a good person. Because again,
listen,
when you know a person can do a lot, and you got to
Mom-
value into a person. That goes back to now I need.
my
That's
mom.
what Kraft was saying.
Yeah.
I might not
Yes.
understand what all I need till I lose some things that was around me because I thought it was granted in with everybody.
Yeah, listen.
Everybody don't got skills. Everybody can't do everything.
But here's the point: are they trying? You know what I'm saying? Are they making an effort? Listen, it might not be all tasty, but they cared about having something for you at a specific time. They cared that you was hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
They might like that makes a huge difference.
Correct.
My mother, she said she messed up several dinners over the
But
years,
she learned.
but she kept learning.
Right.
Right.
And
So
y'all kept
so
suffering.
it's okay to mess up, but she was trying. She kept trying, and
And
that's
she
what.
got
And my
good at
dad loved her effort, and my dad would make her feel like a superstar when she messed up a meal.
Because
He
she
would-
tried, correct?
Right, because
Okay,
she
so-
tried. That's
But
my
But
point.
Kraft,
think
if your
about
mama
trying.
got up and mopped the house with a dry mop because she didn't know to put water in the bucket, your daddy gonna get tired after a while.
Well, now that's an
So-
intelligence issue.
Hey,
Don't put that dog clown right, my mama.
That's a Swiffer.
My mama do mortgage real estate on your ass. Boy.
Would you say she do household and business?
What?
But
My
you
mama
said
come up with an
they
empire on
cooking
your
and
ass.
stuff, but so for the people who don't cook,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of them out there,
Try.
Right.
you ain't even got to try. You said bring something to the table. I got you food. I got your favorite meal at your favorite restaurant.
I
Does
don't-
that count for something? I'm trying. I
You-
can't do it, but
Right.
I'm coming, making sure you.
Boom.
Okay.
And that's what matters when you don't have the
said
skill.
effort. There go the
Hold on.
effort right there.
I'm gonna give you a better effort than that.
Hey,
Like
but it
how
might
you
not be
just said
worth
it.
my
How about
salary for the
you-
next 10 years if I break up with you.
If I went and I got it from your favorite restaurant, brought it home, took it out the container, put it in my own container, put it in the oven, made sure it was hot for when you got home.
Right.
Got it early. Now you got forth a little bit more of an effort, not just going out and buying it. Okay. It's not saying that.
Effort matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
effort
listen.
it was hot when you got home.
Watch
Because
this.
I thought about you.
Watch this.
Yes, it's going to have a good way.
And
I agree.
Let's tune this conversation up just a little bit. She doesn't work on cars. She doesn't know when the tires messed up. She doesn't know when it sounds right. She don't do maintenance on cars. A man need to step in and do that if he's going to be a man. That's an alleviation. So she might prepare the gravy and you take care of the maintenance. But each person is playing their role. Right. And as long as you're trying, if you done serviced your car 3 times and you ain't had no attention to my car, then that means you pretty much don't give a shit. You know what I mean? You pretty much, right? And so you're gonna do your thing and you're not gonna help me. That tells me who you are, right?
Mhm.
So now I have to, in this particular case, I'm just kind of brainstorming here. In this particular case, she has to say, I don't need you. I get my boy down the street, look at my car. I get my brother to take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh
you
no,
living with him.
no. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about washing my car. Don't worry about my brother. My brother gonna take care of that. This,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it can work both ways.
It can.
You know what I'm saying? It really can. So, telling somebody that you don't need them can get some of your privileges taken away if you saying it at the wrong time.
Mhm.
And it's and particularly if you're saying it to the wrong person. Like I'm the kind of person I don't have any love for somebody who uses those words to me. Right? Because what you're basically doing is you're trying to shut me down or push me to the side or stifle me or some way. Like, I don't need you. Why would I ever tell somebody that? That's kind of a derogatory, smart ass comment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you. You know, you really throwing your ass up to them, like, get away from me. in the bottom line. You could, if you say that to any person who has a mind, that's how they're going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you're my customer. You know, you're my customer in the store. Hey, listen, I don't need you. I got plenty of customers. You can hit the road, Jack. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna hit the road, Jack. Right? If anybody would say that to you, that's how you're going to respond, because it's an offensive type of statement, no matter how you look at it. But it will wake up
Like she said, it's the content and when you saying it.
Yeah, and even, you know, and I can't imagine you saying, oh, you know what, I just really don't need you anymore. You know, it usually gonna come out with some temperament.
I mean, to tell you, when you sit there and hit that divorce paper on the table, you said, I don't need you no more.
That's exactly what you said.
It without saying.
That's exactly what you said.
So some people's actions actually say,
and listen,
I don't need you.
If somebody hits you with divorce papers and they are telling you in all 1,000 different ways that they don't need you anymore, what do you do? How do you handle that?
Don't ask me. I'm on air in my Boosie voice.
What would you do?
She out.
I ain't trying to get no cases. I ain't doing that.
You talking about
plead the
cases?
fifth. I plead
I
the
was wondering where
fifth.
your mind was at. Well, what's this? If somebody tell you they don't need you, they don't need you,
Yeah, but you-
right? And at that point, you really don't have to care anymore about whether they need you or not, whether they feel needed or any of that. If somebody
But
hit you with
wait.
divorce papers,
If you just said you ain't supposed to care no more, no feel no more, then why you getting your
No,
feelings hurt?
no,
some
no.
type of way when I say it.
if you hit me with divorce papers, right, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. It's like that. What else is there for me to say? Ain't no need to ask no more questions. Ain't no need to say you done made up your mind, right?
Right.
Because listen, divorce papers mean you done thought about it. You done went and talked to somebody. You done put a plan together. You done put the plan in black and white, and you done dropped the plan in my lap. Like, check this shit out, nigga. I put this together 2 months ago on your punk ass, and you know what? You finna get taken. That's what I'm finna do. I'm finna go ahead and start this lawyer and start controlling you with the legal system. You finna have to start spending money. That's what you're basically saying, that I'm finna go, that I'm already reached a point where talking to you is not worthy. So what I need to do is I need to put you together. I need to position you so to make sure that you don't hurt me. Right. And so you 2 weeks ahead on a lawyer, you can win a case like that, especially in a divorce,
Right.
you know, especially in a divorce. You know, women go to the court system and start complaining about what their husband doing and not doing. And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, he got, you know, a restraining order, and he got his child support thing going on, and he got to get out the house, and you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden she done start putting all this stuff against him even before he even get the damn papers, right?
What about when he do
She
it?
basically said, "What?
When he do it?
Well, when he do it, he basically saying the same
when
thing.
he do it,
I'm finna,
but
when
if
he
you
do it,
alright
he's
when
like
he
basically,
do
I'm
it, 'cause
basically
he could
finna
just
get,
move on and go get that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm
that
finna
ain't
get-
okay
nah.
when he do it.
I'm finna get
Ain't no
rid of you.
problem when he do it, but it's a problem when she do it.
Nah.
Understand that.
No, you ain't even hear the conversation.
Statistics
Say
say that
women
more
do it
women
more.
leave than men.
Yeah,
Once a man locked in, he pretty much locked in.
he ain't going nowhere. He might,
Now it takes longer for a man to commit,
right.
because you might have to chase him down to commit, but once he's committed, he's pretty much locked in.
Yeah.
More women leave. More
It's
women
the
leave.
older
No, them talking about just statistics. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talking
Them
about
old statistics.
no, them used to.
Them ain't the new ones.
No, no. See, listen, one thing that you're never going to be able to change is the state of mind of man. Like that's the kind of people we are. When we commit, we in the game. Now there's men who have flaws, and you know, listen, 60% of all married people cheat. So women and men. So don't, you know, that ain't no, you know, we done studied that statistic many times around here. So the thing is he gonna cheat, but he coming home. Now she gonna cheat, and she might think about putting your ass together, and you know what I'm saying, getting that check. That's right. She gonna leave with the other man. He not gonna leave with the other woman. He gonna come home. I know.
Yes, feel free.
Go on in. It's making for an interesting show.
All day long.
All
definitely-
I'm gonna
yeah.
say is,
Yes, you can. You can say it.
that's a goddamn lie. And I'm speaking from me.
We always want you to speak from y'all. We always
That's
speak from y'all.
G-O-D lie.
Okay.
Well, listen, I think I don't know where we at on time, boo. About
Okay.
5 minutes.
So
Yeah.
we got time to have more fun with this. And again, I love the conversation. I really do. And again, they say draw it in. Like, again, I was with somebody for 23 years and I was married for 17. Was it perfect? No. Did I have some problems? Yes. And a lot of times you got to admit, do it mean my generation do better? No. Every generation has their own problems. Everybody see things differently.
Let me ask you a question, Jay.
What you got?
In your marriage, because you talk about it a lot, that mean it was dear to you, right?
All day long.
That at what point did you feel like you stopped needing her?
I'm trying to figure out what point I thought I did. Because again, no, it was not a shot. That's a problem with me in the marriage.
Oh,
That's the reason why I failed.
You never
there
felt like
alone,
you
I
needed
should have felt like I needed it, and that was a failure to me because I did. I didn't realize that until I got divorced, and I realized all the shit I drug a person through, and it was there for me because I felt I ain't need no damn body. I felt like she was just somebody that was on my coattail, and that woman held me down. There's no reason for me to treat her like that, and I'm really disappointed in myself that I didn't see more in her that she seen in me.
You know, I'm thinking there is probably many opportunities that she had to get strategic about making sure that you needed her. And she probably didn't play those cards often, but there
She
probably
played
was
them
some,
enough.
huh?
She played him enough.
Yeah.
She played him enough that she changed up her not want to work behind to a working behind to being a manager to running shit just like me. So we became competitive. The problem was instead of me looking at her growth, I looked at how she got on my damn nerves. Because now she coming home telling me her damn problems. I got my own. You tell me how you manage and stuff. I've been managing bigger things than you before you even started this.
And let me
And
ask,
then that was my problem because instead of seeing that I should have been inspiring because she did it before me, I was too busy looking at myself and I wasn't looking at her. Now, these are things that people scared to tell you. That's because they got their damn pride. I had to lose it and realize what I was with.
yeah.
And the problem today,
Yeah.
everybody want to look good
Yeah.
until somebody get with you because they're going to tell you about yourself sooner or later.
Listen,
'Cause
and
you
there's-
going to show that you
there's
ain't shit.
There's a many
And
of
I ain't got
people-
time for that. I have to change what I was because I wanted to be something better.
Yeah, there's a many of people, and I would imagine women might have faced this even more than men, where men may have made a statement or an innuendo about not needing you, and the women were like, "Okay, do this shit by yourself," and and they make moves, and you can't blame them because once I tell you I don't need you, pretty
Right.
much, you know what I'm saying, I'm basically saying that you're not as important in my life.
Crap, I said it.
I might be able to get rid of you.
I've said it. I've said it many, many times. Didn't leave me because of the fact that, again, they didn't take it how I said it, but I promise you, it just built up a thick skin that made her want to leave. You feel me?
Yeah.
And again,
Listen.
did I really want that? No. And should I even said it? And that's why I
Probably
watch my
not.
words
because sometimes you could have just said it. He was mean, so I'm gonna let that go.
well,
Then if you say it again,
Yeah.
it's like for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you say it
Then
again, you
say
know
it
he
again,
meant it.
It's like,
That's
oh,
good.
for real.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
now-
You said it third, fourth
Yeah.
time.
no,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm checking.
these
Listen.
are reasons why relationships and marriages can fail. We're constantly throwing words that you don't even look at because you feel like I didn't mean it like that. You can go back and forth, but when you hurt a person's pride and you bring a person all the way down, don't expect them to climb back off of your words.
Right.
They're gonna climb back off of something else. They
That's
can get
right.
a Bible,
That's
they
right.
can get a mentor, but they're gonna find a way to be stronger.
That's
and
right.
then they're gonna show you.
They're gonna be stronger without you and
Thank
without your encouraging words.
And because you told them
If-
to leave
if-
and they leave, you
If
gonna
you
be
if you
regret.
come down on me, and especially come down on me with no sense of love or sensitivity, I only have another route to go to build
Exactly.
myself back up. I can't build myself back up with you. I have to say, you know what? I'm gonna be strong in spite of you.
Thank
Right. One of the most valuable words that I heard this entire show was Jazz said it. Love is not enough.
My daddy taught me that.
you.
Love ain't enough
And
in a lot of
we've-
situations.
We've all had this fairy tale thing about love in our minds for many years.
Mhm.
And it's not that love is not good, but you got to bring some effort and some money, and you got to bring some resources. You got to
I'm
bring
gonna say
some
this.
cleanliness, and you got to bring some responsibility, and you got to bring some care about other people's needs, and you got to bring some I'm okay doing without this time, and I'll let you have your way, and
Mhm.
you got to do with some sacrifice. Love is not going to get you through a relationship if you don't have these other qualities. your relationship is going to be
Why do
unbalanced
they
and
use
never make
love
a
like
mark.
it's the happiest thing?
Well, that's because
That's
people
a
have never
horrible
been
way
really.
to express happiness. 'Cause
People have
love
never.
actually pain too. When people die, you love them, and it hurt when
Yeah.
they gone.
Yeah, but people have not really understood love, right? I think ultimately in life, in general, the average human today
Mhm.
really don't understand love. They think love is, fairy tales and clean paths and smooth and easy goings. And we all know that the greatest love is in the one who you despise. A mother whose child has gone astray, she despises that child, but she loves him to death. And you'll never be able to overcome the love of a mother. You know what I mean? Some mothers will have to put you out to get rid of you, but they still love you. And that's the kind of love that the world don't understand. Just because you're my spouse and we have an eternal relationship don't mean I'm going to let you blow the money. Don't mean I'm going to let you be around this house and not take care of things. Don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, you can't respect the in-laws or like I'm going to hold you accountable for something. So we got love, but you also got to manage these other boundaries. And if you don't manage these other boundaries, the love will go away quick.
That's true, but at the same time, like in a relationship, yeah, you're gonna fall in and out of love, but it's when you're not in love, that part right there,
Mhm.
you still gotta respect each other.
You still got to respect
That's
each other.
where some people
That's
just
exactly
fall
right.
off, like
That's
they
exactly
get
right.
disrespectful and
Yeah.
can do other things. Like, no, the love is still there. Just at the moment,
Yeah.
I'm not in love with you. Still got love for
Right.
you and I care for you.
Right. And your anger will oftentimes make you feel like you don't need this person. But you need to take a look and sift through the realities of things
I
and
agree.
see who's been taking care of who for the last several months or several years. And then you'll get a real tap on the forehead about what's real and what's not real. Because I believe that, I just believe that if a woman's in your life, she's oftentimes adding a significant amount of value, and men sometimes can't see it. Shame on us. But there's oftentimes, a lot of times, women, they get tainted and they get side views and they get, false expectations of their man. And, they start to think that this thing is, he's not a good man anymore. He's not a strong man anymore. He's not this and that. And so you start not to need him anymore when all along he was holding it down. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I got
that-
one more question.
What's the other question?
And then we're going to close.
I mean, since we talking about people pulling up charts like my chart about STDs and stuff, y'all need to get them mental checks. God, I need to know the history of your family, Gary. Like if y'all bipolar, got anxiety, I need to know those type of things because I need to know the battle I might have to face to help you get up out of that.
Okay.
Now, I totally
it.
agree. But one of the things I'll tell you, when it comes to dating somebody, those are conversations that's not always had, but they need to be. Now, by you being in the healthcare field, you know more where to search. So my whole thing is you have an easier way to have a dialogue with a person to bring them in. I would always say have more of that because that lovey-dovey feeling of, ooh, let's go out
Watch
and have
this.
fun.
I
I need to
but
know the
watch
rest.
this. If you a dime piece,
Mhm.
you're going to have to figure out that I'm crazy. I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, see, look,
you're gonna have to come to your own. You're gonna have to stop needing me in some
So
way.
you ain't gonna come with your warning label.
That's
out
right.
there. You said figure it out. We're gonna put it out
warning
there.
label.
You ain't gonna put yours out
Hey,
there.
yo,
Okay.
I'm crazy. And you're only gonna see it if you provoke me. If you don't provoke me, you ain't gonna ever see it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need to see it. But I need to see it provoked over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not provoked over, because when you provoke it over here, we
You
change.
get it
you
back.
party over there.
We change the timeline. Listen, this has been Bar Talk with Jay. My
Yes.
name is Crabmatic.
Man,
This is my boy Smooth Jay.
having fun
We
in
got
this.
Jazz, Pam in the house, and of
Man.
course we got Booby and Rock in the background. But we want to thank you folks for being here with us tonight.
we do.
Again, this is just our opportunities to be leaders in the community.
All day.
Say some positive things and deal with some deep issues. Get underneath the surface of things. So we hope you've grown. We hope you have gotten some benefit from this show.
All day.
Never forget, folks, that we love you, that
Mhm.
we appreciate you. And with that, we are out.
Ain't no last